Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. My video title, you know what this video is about. Steelers versus Browns game preview. The Steelers will be heading off to Cleveland to go face the Cleveland Browns. I believe at 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock Thursday Night Football. I will be live streaming it actually too, so if you guys want to come watch me watch the game while you watch the game as well probably, then come watch me. You're going to be probably gonna start the live stream up as soon as the game start, like that. So it's gonna be very fun. Watch, get a live reaction, and then I probably have a game review right after the live stream, probably that day or probably the next day. But hopefully we can go out there and win. But we're gonna break down some things. Talking about the offense on our side and the offense on their side, and the defense on our side and the defense on our side. So let's get with their stuff first. Starting off with the Browns offense. I feel like Jacoby Brissett is a solid quarterback. He has been pretty solid throughout the league. He started with the Patriots. You know, you see me like in one game he played the Patriots. He hit the rushing touchdowns, get a ball to Bill Belichick, and you know that's when the Patriots had Jimmy G starting. Then Jimmy G got hurt. I think Brady was suspended that first like 4 games, and then Jimmy G started, was playing lights out. He got hurt. Brissett came in, started playing lights out as well. And then they just had like a lot of good quarterbacks, and people was like, "Hey, let me see what Jacoby Brissett is about." And the Colts got him, and he played pretty solid with the Colts. He had some injury issues, and the Colts kind of got rid of him after a while because they started declining a little bit. They had a winning season that they wanted, and then he found his way. I feel like he was on a different team before he got to the Browns. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Was he on a different team or was he on? He might have still been on the Colts. I don't know, but I know now now he's on the Browns. And so I was watching the first game of the season and second game of the season. He's been playing pretty solid, playing pretty good. The Browns put up 30 points last game, I believe so. Probably mostly due to their running attack with Nick Chubb, but Jacoby Brissett do make the throws they need when they need it and necessary. So he's a solid QB, so should be not good to see him play good, you know, because I don't want the Steelers to win, but it's gonna be like he has some respect in the league though. Their O-line and running game is A1. You know, the Browns O-line has been very, very good for the past like probably 4 years. 4 years really. Ever since the Baker era started, the O-line has been very good. You know, a lot of first round draft picks, because you know, being 0-16 and being 1-15 and all that throughout those years, they went out and drafted the O-lineman and built that O-line up, and they got that running game up with the 1-2 punch with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They can run the ball on anybody. You know, that O-line is amazing in pass blocking, but especially in run blocking. They just go out there and they just open up a lot of lanes and a lot of gaps. So they're gonna be very tough. You know, trying to stop the run this week. I know we've been pretty successful, kind of a little bit. You know, with the Patriots, we was all right, but it wasn't the best. And then week 1 against the Bengals, we all started to run pretty well from like Joe Mixon. I know Burrow had a few, you know, running, like he ran out the pocket and got loose. Jacoby Brissett can move too and run out the pocket and run, so we gotta make sure we keep an eye on that. But the Browns O-line is amazing, and Nick Chubb and them amazing. So it should be gonna be a little difficult. I think this game gonna be very close. It's gonna be won at the line of scrimmage, and they already got a little head start because their O-line is probably ahead of ours, or most likely. Well, it's definitely ahead of ours, really. Moving on to their probably their best. Maybe, I don't know, not their best player on the offense. Well, it'd be a little debatable, depending on what you like. But Nick Chubb, of course. But not Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper. That'd be crazy if they had Cooper Kupp, but Amari Cooper, you know, he's an elite level receiver, amazing route runner. He can do everything in the route tree. And I know the Cowboys traded him, which was I still think it's a bad trade because the Browns won the trade, but the Cowboys didn't really get anything back. They traded him kind of like they just traded him away like that. I think like a third, fourth rounder. It was a bad trade for the Cowboys, but the Browns got a guy in Amari Cooper who is a dog out there. He's very, very gritty, a tough receiver, and like especially if you pair him up with a great quarterback, which they got. Of course, they got number 4, Deshaun Watson, on their team now, and he probably come back I think week 12 or something versus the Texans, his former team. So I don't know if it's in Houston or it's in Cleveland. But most likely with the NFL, the way they booking this, well, not booking like a wrestling show, but the way they kind of look like they booked the show perfectly, they had everybody play their former teams. It's probably in Houston, so so you can hear everything. So you be like the boos and everything. That would be a crazy first game back. But Amari Cooper is amazing. He's an amazing player and is an elite level receiver. And moving on to the defense, their defense is savvy, gritty. I love their secondary. It's pretty well so. gotta make sure you watch out for that. You know, Denzel Ward is amazing, a player and stuff, but Myles Garrett is of course, the focal point of their team. That on that line, Myles Garrett is unstoppable. He's very good in the run game and stopping the run, but he can get after the quarterback, and most of the time he get the quarterback, he come with the ball too. So he'll not only do get the sack, but he take the ball with him sometimes. The strip sacks be pretty high for him. So we gotta watch out for Myles Garrett, and yeah, so that's gonna be very tough. But Dan Moore has shown in the past, you know, that he was been playing pretty well against Myles Garrett. You know, he was on the outside. He was playing well last year against Myles Garrett, and I was actually surprised. And like they didn't really give him credit. They were saying, well, because Big Ben throwing the ball out fast. But I was thinking like maybe the Dan Moore was playing pretty good. But that's really their side of the ball on the offensive side and the defensive side. Their team is pretty solid, pretty good right now. I know they're still waiting for their so-called savior. I don't know if that's a good word to use for him, but their savior to come back and save them like that and help them win the games. But they got a solid team right now at the moment. They still are a pretty good team. So it's gonna be a very, very tough game. Now on our side of the ball, of course, the offense, the skill set positions, the skill player positions, you know, like the receivers and the cornerbacks. I mean, not the cornerbacks, the running backs, and like the tight ends. Those guys are always very good. You know, we got a lot of explosive players out there. But the only bad thing is the play calling. The play calling has not been on the scale we want it to be, like the level we want it to be. The play calling has been kind of like too predictable. Because like sometimes I'll be like sitting back in my chair. Well, most of the time I'll be standing up during the game. Like that, like standing up, I'll be watching different screens. I'll be watching like my fancy stuff too on the side, doing commercial breaks and stuff. So I'll be standing up, and I'll be looking like, I'm like, dang, that's the you can just call the play. You be like, oh, he better run the comeback. You can just see by the formations. Our formations are kind of too predictable, and it's like the same stuff. You either see a motion, either Claypool from like the left to the right or the right to the left, and sometimes we come from the left side. That's when he run because he get the handoff. I think he's more comfortable on that side running, but we really want to run 3 routes. Really, it's either comeback route on the outside, either out route, or it's a curl. They'll run and stop with it like that. We don't really run anything. Oh, and sometimes the 1 yard slant. It might be we run that 1 yard slant. Our routes are a little too predictable. Our play calling is too predictable. So hopefully they mix it up a little bit more. I know it's a short week, so it's gonna be similar. Some of the similar stuff we're gonna see. On Sunday we're gonna see on Thursday because you know teams are just doing like a walkthrough and going through. But hopefully we come with something different because they haven't been looking good. The O-line has actually improved, though. That's another positive thing as well. The O-line has improved game to game. So the first game, they was struggling in the run blocking. And the last game, they wasn't the best in the run blocking, but they did better in the run blocking. And the pass blocking was very good as well. Not I wouldn't say very good, but the pass blocking was good as well. I think they gave Mitch time to make decisions. But sometimes Mitch's decisions was just, I don't know. It's just like he didn't want to take a chance. Like sometimes you gotta take a chance. You know, I try to force that ball down the middle. Now that one ball he did force, it was like the I think the DB was just sitting right there. So I don't know why he tried to force that one in there. That was like a tough ball to force. But there's some other ones like when it's 1-on-1 like down the field. You see a guy like Pickens who's getting guarded by Jalen Mills. The size advantage. Just take a shot, and take a gamble on that guy like that. At least 4 or 5 shots a game, like that. Keep the defense on it. Because right now teams are really playing us, like just close up, kind of like they did last year and the year before last. They're like, oh, the Steelers they're not gonna run the ball as a lot. They're gonna do these short passes. They're gonna do these little comebacks and stuff. So we really gotta play the back end. We can just play it. We can just sit on it, really sit on it, let them have a little short yardage, and then on third down, if he's throwing the check downs, they're not really worried about that at all. Because like on third and long, you want to get the ball to the sticks. Now, it's good to throw check downs. I'm all for the check down because Najee Harris and Jalen Warren and Pat Frymouth, some of these guys can take a 2-yard catch and make it a 10-yard play. But on third down and third and long, like, you know, 3rd and 5 and up, you got to be able to stretch the field and, like, get to the sticks like that. You can't be throwing the ball, like, to a check down and just taking that right there and just being okay with it. Now, you want to get the ball to the sticks and you want to make a play on third down to get the first down like that. But Mr. Trubisky got to get his decision making up. And I know after the game all the time, every time you see, I always tell you guys, I don't know if I told you guys before, but I think I did on the first video. I was saying that after the game, you know, there's always overreaction. There's always an overreaction. So don't take everything I say legitimately. Like just take some of it, most of it. But you know, I was saying like, oh, Mitch like this, but like going back and watching it, you know, of course, Mitch did miss some stuff. He made some cool plays here and there like that, but some of the play calling is bad. It's like a mixture of both. You know, the play calling has been bad for the past 3 years. You know, people thought Randy Fittner stuff. He got rid of him, and Matt Canada basically doing the same stuff Randy Fittner did. And the common denominator for the past 2 years has been Matt Canada. People blame Big Ben, said, well, Big Ben can't really get the ball downfield. He can't do this. He can't throw the ball through to the middle and stuff. But then now this year we have the same stuff. And there's only one person who's been here both of those years, and it's Matt Canada. So Matt Canada got to step his game up, you know. I don't know why he keeps trying to run this college scheme, this predictable scheme that like everybody predicts. Like people at home are predicting. I should not be predicting on the plays you're calling. I'm just a couch quarterback. I'm just on the couch watching. I should not be predicting any of the plays like and seeing like, oh, we were running that route, that same play, like the formations. So I know if I'm predicting it, and I don't even play football. I play football like for fun. On 707s we play, but I don't even play football like professionally. I know for sure they predicting the plays. They already know what about to happen. So we gotta kind of mix some stuff up and kind of like just bring a better, you know, better approach and like just like I don't know, like try to establish the run because that's really what gets to my next thing. Like one of the keys to victory. I feel like we gotta establish the run. I know it might be it's easier said than done, of course, because the running game hasn't been the best. But I feel like if we can just like actually like be willing to run and like be like just saying, okay, we're gonna run this ball. Cause I feel like we like kind of shy away from it a lot. The running backs don't really have a lot of carries. Like if we like be willing to run, but like, okay, we're gonna get big personnel, a big package out there, 12 personnel out there, and we're gonna have two tight ends and stuff. Maybe a fullback leading the charge like we used to do in the old days with Roosevelt Nix leading the charge. Maybe we should start doing some of that. Like getting back to the old Steeler football, just running straight downhill, and just getting between the tackles and just hard-nosed football with Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, and then mixing it up and like offense in the pass game by like some play action bootlegs and letting Mitch get comfortable and like get him on the move. Because I think on the move he's more comfortable to throw the ball because like his footwork is not the best. Like throwing off the back foot. Now if you're delivering off the back foot, then it's cool like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. But if you're not consistent throwing off the back foot, don't be throwing off the back foot. You know, just step into your throws. But I feel like Mitch Trubisky can be better if they use him in the run game as well, like some read options or something. But also use him give him on the move, and I let him like get to his comfortable side and like throw the ball like that, and like maybe open up the playbook a little bit, and like let the receivers run some different routes, maybe some stuff in the middle, some deep posts or something. Because George Pickens was single covered for most of the game, and I know he's like 6'2", 6'3", so and he had like a smaller cornerback on him, so yeah, might have to take a shot here and there. You never know what play he might make. We've seen him make some crazy plays in preseason, and training camp we've seen some crazy catches. Use some athleticism, take a chance. Just one-on-one covers. When you throw the ball right on the sideline where only he can get it, then you might have a chance. If it's not, then throw it off. And if you get picked, people might say, oh, he's trying to throw that ball, but the people, everybody else probably looking like at least he took a chance. At least he gambled and went out there and took a chance and gave his guy a shot like that because you never know, it might be successful. So I just feel like we need to get back to that old Steeler football. Just establish the run and then being dedicated to running the football, not shying away from it, from losing yards like that. Just keep being dedicated to run the football, straight downhill, hard-nosed football, and then maybe open it up with some play action, like just playing that simple style of offense. No fancy, none of that fancy stuff and all that crazy stuff. Just play that simple style, and let's get back to the old days. And the defense, now moving on, we're transitioning to the defensive side of the ball for us. Our secondary has been good. Cam Sutton has been playing very good actually on past 2 games. He had moments last year where people was like, oh, we don't know, but I feel like the past 2 years from his the last year before he got the contract, he's been playing very good for his spot. And I told you like guys in the slot, he played very well in the slot. And he having the slot, he'd been making plays. Now that one interception, once he had that interception, he sat on it and it kind of slid out his hands, but he's been playing very good. He hit the interception week 1, had some pass breakups week 2 and pass breakups in week 1. He's just been all over the field and playing good. Of course, Minka Fitzpatrick is playing amazing as well. And then Arthur Marlette, I love Arthur Marlette. They always send the cornerback blitzes in, and they always get to him and trying to get to the quarterback, bringing pressure. In the run game, he's very cool and good. He can tackle well for a DB, for a corner, and he's pretty solid in the slot. The linebackers have been playing good too. Devin Bush has actually been playing pretty good the first 2 games. Like I think he hurt his ankle a little bit, but I think he'd be pretty good. I think they said it was nothing crazy like that. And of course, Miles Jack has been all over the place and tracking things down and making tackles, especially helping in the run game on a few plays last game. Only thing bad about the defense really is the pressure. We can't get pressure to the quarterback, and because T.J. Watt is gone, and then they're trying to make some things up. They don't want a team to get like. I think they said they trust their secondary a lot, so they'll probably sacrifice the pressure no, like getting the pressure, banking on the secondary, making a play, like Minka Fitzpatrick getting the interception, and the linebackers making plays like Robert Spillane playing well in coverage, and Miles Jack and those guys like that. But I think we more focused on making sure the team don't be able to run the ball like that, like just dominating us badly in the run game. I think we focus more on that like that than trying to get to the passer. I think they might implement a little bit of that old school Steeler football on the defensive side as well, especially for this game. Maybe send some blitz, the blitz bird, like the old days. Arthur Marlette been sitting in a lot. I seen Edmonds sitting in a couple times, but they haven't really been blitzing a lot like they usually do, like years back. But maybe this, since T.J. Watt is not there, and Malik Reed, he was showing some stuff too. But maybe we should try to like implement the blitzing, and maybe like throw a strong safety blitz, a cornerback blitz, and here and there, like just more of them to kind of get some pressure to some of these quarterbacks. And Jacoby Brissett is a guy, but I guess last game really actually, because Mac Jones, Mac Jones is a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but you don't really like fear him. Like if we don't get pressure to him, he's gonna kill us. Like he made a play. The Nelson Aguilar catch was like that because Cliff Witherspoon had it in his hands and kind of just missed it like that and got it snagged out from him. Nelson Aguilar went over his head, but I feel like they're not really like afraid, like saying, okay, Jacoby Brissett not going. We actually want him to throw the ball. Maybe Minka or maybe one of these DBs we have like Cam Sutton or somebody to make a play on it like that. But like when you play another quarterback like a Josh Allen or like a Mahomes, you want to get pressure to those guys. Now sometimes the pressure don't work, and sometimes you send a blitz and you do it the wrong time, it can come back and burn you because they'll see that right away and they'll find the open guy and they're going for a 50-yard touchdown or something. But I think the Steelers trusting. They basically probably trusting their secondary, so they probably why they haven't been doing a lot of blitzing. They didn't do a lot of blitzing last game. They probably trust the secondary to make a play, and the secondary has been playing well. Because the defense really only gave up, I don't know if say 17, but the muff punt did put the Patriots in perfect field position, really. And they walked right in the end zone. It's like perfect field position. So if you take that touchdown off, and that's 10 points, really, because the touchdown and this Aguilar and the field goal, really. So you take those points, like that's really like a close game, and even 17 is still close. Like you say, like it's only be 17 points they put up, and you look at our offense and stuff. Like I said last video, you're like, oh, they probably can put up more than that, but they got this explosive player, so we should be able to put up at least 23 a game, at least 23, 24 a game, hopefully. Like that. That should be good enough, especially the way the defense can keep teams 20 and under. We should be able to put up at least 23, 23 to win it, help win this game like that. But I think we're probably going to go back to the old school Steeler football way. Like I said, the Blitzburg might see a little more blitzing and stuff like that, just to get some pressure, just to create some noise, especially this game right here, because the O-line for the Browns is very good. So we might have to do something to try to implement that and get that pressure in there. But that's really all I got for this video. I got us winning, of course. I might have us winning every every week. I'm not going to pick against my team, but if I wasn't a Steeler fan, I'll still have us winning this game like that. Now, when it comes to like the Bills and the Bucks games, I'm gonna answer it both ways. I'm gonna be like, if I was a Steeler fan, I don't have us winning those games at all. But as a Steeler fan, I do have us winning those games, and I will have us winning this game as well. I think the score would be closer, like close together. I think it'd probably be around like maybe I'm saying 21-23. 21-23. Steelers kick a field goal. The Wizard of Oz does it and win the game for us like that. A game-winning drive by Mr. Trubisky. I'm calling it right now like that. It might be a little wacky game, a little slow start, a little slow-pacing game. Of course, going to be a lot of nagging. People be saying, put in Kenny. But I think Mr. Trubisky get the job done today. And now, like I said last video too, like if the Steelers was going to put in Kenny Pickett and make a change to anything, I don't believe they're going to fire Matt Canada, but I was like, a change was to happen. It can happen after this game because it's 10-day period before the next game, so you can like prepare people and prepare things up for that game. But most likely, I don't think that's happening. Like coming into the season, I was like, if Mr. Trubisky doesn't play well, I was always thinking that maybe like around week 7 or week 6, week 7 and week 8, you still have a chance. Like okay, we sitting in like 3 and 5 or something like that. We still have a chance to make the playoffs. Like we get on a win streak. Might have to make the switch then, but I don't think they'll have to do it like early on like this. So I think he probably will be still the leading quarterback, and Matt Canada will still be with us. Cause I don't think he'll be a fire offensive coordinator. But you never know. We've seen crazy things happen in the NFL, so you never know what could happen. But if the change was to happen, it will happen probably after this game because it's a 10-day period. But the most ideal possibility is probably, I believe our bye week is what, week 9? Week 9 probably because be like, oh, it's a bye week, and then after the bye week, I believe we play the Saints. Yes. But because even if Kenny Pickett do start, let's say for instance like they switch him out, so Kenny Pickett start against the Jets. After the Jets, you gotta play the Bills, you gotta play the Bucks, you gotta play the Dolphins, the Eagles. Those have to play some tough teams, some teams that can put up some big numbers and some great defenses. You gonna put your rookie out against those teams? I don't even want to put them out to the fire, but you want to like ease them in. You want them to play a game like, okay, the team is still, everybody in the NFL is good. They professionals, so the team is still good. But you like, okay, they're not as good as the Bills or the Bucks, but they're still a good team. It's a good way to start the rookie off in this game.